to the magic of technology. Welcome to Home Built Workshop. Welcome to Wednesday Live. What is going on, guys? What are you guys doing today? What is happening? Get situated here. Right. Are we good? Doesn't look like we're crooked or anything. Ready to roll. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Home Built Workshop. If you're new to the lives, my name's Jeff. This is my little shop. We are here to hang out for a little while to talk about, well, it's an open conversation. Talk about whatever you guys really want to talk about. Always a good time. Always just a bunch of us hanging out, having some fun, talking about life, talking about shop stuff, talking about guitars, talking about whatever it is we end up talking about. I have got something cool to show you guys here shortly. At least, to me, it's cool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that. Anyway, so what's going on in your world? We are trying out a different wireless connection for this time around, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we don't have any issues. If we do, we'll revert to the connection that I normally use, or that I have been using anyway for the last several months. But we're going to try this one out and see how it works. Hopefully we don't have any sort of interruptions or anything like that. So that's where I want you guys to let me know if you're having trouble with the stream or anything like that, and we'll switch it back over to the other one that I normally use. So technology. It's great when it works right, but when it doesn't, well, it gives us headaches. Makes me pull my hair out. Oh wait. What's going on, guys? What is happening in your world? What do you guys have on? What's on your bench? Harry Dude's here. He's like, what's up? How are you? Video and audio is good. Bam, right on. I am glad to hear that. Harry Dude, things are going good around here, my friend. What is this I heard about you guys have another round of shutdowns and stuff? Man, that's a drag. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully that doesn't last all that long and you can get back to business. Other than that, how are things going in the land down under? How's everything down there? You guys doing good? Keeping warm? Okay. Chaos is here. It says, hey man, I was about to say it looks great, but then it lagged, but now it's back to looking great. See how that works? It's crazy. I'm just trying I created a new wireless network, and I set up a whole separate router, and it's basically sending the signal out here, and that's what we're connected to right now, trying to see if we can improve the quality here, but until I get another alternative, which I keep trying different things. I'm just experimenting, trying different connections. For quite a while, I've been using my phone as a hotspot, and that seems to work decent, but I don't think that's my long-term solution. So just playing around with a whole different wireless connection, and well, so far I guess it sounds okay, or looks okay. That's good to know. I've got a couple other ideas for my connection issues that I might try, but I got to buy some hardware for that. So if this doesn't work, I'll probably try something else. Mike says, just finished a B-bender build. Oh man, that's cool. Did you route the whole back and everything for the B-bender? Because that sounds really awesome. I've looked at those before, and it seems somewhat complicated. You got to take a giant slice out of the back of that instrument to to be able to install the B-bender. So that's awesome. Let me know. I want some more information on that. Chaos says, seems to look much better so far. Good. The image is sharper than usual. That is good. Hopefully it stays that way. Haley is using the internet right now, but on a different connection. So I don't know if it's going to steal bandwidth or something, but we'll find out. You guys keep me posted. Senpakin! Hey Jeff, Rick is here. Great looking connection. Man, that's awesome. I am glad to hear that. That makes me happy. As long as it stays stable, we may have a little better a better solution, at least for now. Epperson's here. Good morning, folks. What is up? How are things going down in your world, man? Hope you guys are doing good. Donna's here. Donna says, good morning. Good morning, Donna. How are you on this fine Wednesday morning? Harry Dude says, yep, lockdown again. Fifth one in Melbourne. Can't have customers here for at least a week, working on a couple of online orders. Oh, so a week. I guess a week isn't horrible. Hopefully it stays that way. But I wish you guys all the best, and hope you keep getting orders in. Neptunes! What's up, buddy? Hey, how is everyone? Neptunes, we are doing good here, man. We are doing good. Are you guys staying cool down there? Or is it pretty toasty? Harry Dude, hey NC, doing okay, how are you? Rogue, hey everybody, what's up, Rogue? How are you doing, man? Senpakin says, was just looking at Guitar Fetish XV910 semi-hollow body. Nice. I don't have much experience with a semi-hollow body. It might be a fun one to build. Giovanni! Hello, brother Capelone! The more time passes, the more you look like an Amish with brains. What? Giovanni, I hope you're well, my friend. How are things going over there? In the beautiful Italy. Chaos says, sweet shirt, by the way. Oh, yeah. For those of you guys that don't know, these shirts are made by Into the AM. Not a sponsor of this live, but they did sponsor a video a couple videos back, and these are like super soft. I really like their shirts. If you guys are interested, I've got a link. I'll have to post it. I don't remember it right now. A discount link, you can get 10% off a shirt. Again, not sponsored today, but these are really nice shirts. Giovanni, hello everyone. Senpakin, hey Neptunes. Neptune says, heck no, it's hot. It hasn't been horrible here. It's been warm, like upper 80s, low 90s, but it hasn't been all that bad, really. I don't know. I'll take it. Mike says, B-Bender's a classic billboards install. Yes, the guitar is routed in the back. I'll send a photo. Hardware from Texas, installed by me. So when you buy the hardware, does it come with a template specifically for the routing, or do you have to do that some other way, like to get everything in the right spot? I haven't spent a lot of time investigating that, but I'm familiar with the design, like how it works and everything. But I don't know. I would imagine they'd have to send you a template or something, or you'd have to buy or maybe even make the template. I don't know. Epperson says, working on finishing a table with 2 benches and 2 chairs. Nice. I've been kicking around a table project myself. I need to build a new kitchen table or dining table, whatever you want to call it. And so that's kind of making its way into the project list as I'm in the planning stages, trying to figure everything out. I'm thinking it's going to be a table, a couple small benches. It's not going to be a giant dining table because I don't have a giant space for a big table. Much like my little shop here, it's very little space. But I do want to make a new table for the house, so I may be doing that here shortly. and I want to do it with a couple small benches as well. I'm originally thinking I want to do um, not quite a live edge tabletop with some steel legs. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but it's still in the planning stages. Sempackin says, still smoky here. Fires are active in the area, still on evacuation alert. Good grief. There is, I guess there's a lot of fires going on in the western United States and Canada. Man, it's crazy. I know we normally have a very good view of the front range of the Rocky Mountains, but they're really hazy right now, and it's all due to the smoke in the areas. And apparently, I was talking to my brother, and then I heard this on the news yesterday. I don't remember where it was because I don't watch the news, but I heard it somewhere. Anyway, they were talking about. My brother said that they've had a haze there, and it's from the wildfires. And then I just heard that again confirmed yesterday that the haze all the way in Pennsylvania is the haze from the fires out west. That's just crazy how the jet stream carries that stuff. So definitely, my thoughts are with all of you and everybody else that is affected potentially by these fires. It's just not cool. Neptune says, yeah, same here. Upper 80s, lower 90s. Lots of rain, so extremely humid. I wish we'd get lots of rain. We haven't. It's really dry here. I definitely see why there's fires and stuff like that. And then on the East Coast, they're just getting rain every day. Donna said, went to Death Valley and it was 116. Felt great. Oh man, ugh. That's a little much for me. 116 degrees is hot. I have a friend. Well, it's one of my friends growing up. His dad is like an active runner. He runs a lot. And last time I saw them when I was back home, this was several years ago, I ran into him and he was talking about, some of their travels. And one of their stops was Death Valley. And he said he had to stop in Death Valley and do a couple-mile run just to say he did it. I couldn't imagine like just being in 116 degrees, let alone willingly getting out and going for a run in it. Giovanni says, Jeff, please show me the brand of the screwdriver. Which screwdriver, my friend? Like my normal screwdrivers that I use? Or something in particular? I will gladly show you whatever screwdriver you need to see. Epperson says it's going to be 3 foot by 4 foot using 1x6 with biscuits, hoping it holds up. It probably will. Neptune says, any news on the Great Guitar Build-Off and results and cheating? I haven't heard anything really about that. They did announce the top 10, and unfortunately, we didn't quite make the top 10, but that's okay because they're also doing a builder's choice where only the people in the build-off can cast a vote. And as far as I know, let's see, what's today? The 21st, 23rd, Friday, I guess. They're going to announce, they're supposed to announce the winners of both the Builder's Choice as well as the winners overall of the build-off. So, I don't know. I don't know whatever came of that whole falsified vote thing. But, I don't know. So we are all staying tuned until Friday to see that to see the results. So I don't know. We'll see. So as of right now, I don't have any information, but you can go to greatguitarbuildoff.com and see the top 10. And I don't remember all of the ones that were really high in votes. So I can't say if any of those are in the top 10. I think they are, or it's possible, but I don't know. I didn't write any of that stuff down, so I didn't follow it that close. Sam Packin says, so dry. Hard to believe there wasn't enough snow, but no spring rain. I'd take a couple weeks of rain. I would take a couple weeks of rain for all of us, except the East Coast. Good grief, they're getting flooded. I feel for all the farmers trying to grow their crops. They've been getting so much rain that, you know, it's after a while it starts to turn the crops yellow. It starts to get yellow. You know, the leaves yellow up from all the moisture. And I from what I've heard, that's beginning to happen. So hopefully they get a break in rain, and hopefully everybody else can get a little bit of that rain. Joshua says, what's going on, Jeff? From up in Canada. Right on, Canada representing today. Neptune says, Donna, you're a glutton for punishment, but at least it's a dry heat. There it is. That's what everybody says here. It can be like 95 degrees, and they're like, well, at least it's a dry heat. I'm like, it's still 95 degrees. That's funny. Donna says, it was, but a beautiful sight. Yeah, it sounds like a cool place. It'd be really neat to see. Sam Packin says, where are you, Joshua? Sam Packin is also in Canada. Mike says, Bender, long story, but yes, a template was necessary, which I got. Built a router box to hold the guitar, made plexiglass of the template for the top of the routing box. Requires, I'm skipping down, several holes to be drilled in the main pivot within 1/8 of an inch from the front of the guitar. Yeesh. Sam Packin says, win or lose, you got a great guitar. Yes, you know, that's, you know, I'm not getting upset about winning or losing or any of that sort of stuff, honestly. Except the cheating thing that kind of irks me a little. But anyway, yeah, I'm super happy with the guitar. I've actually got that on my bench right now, just doing a couple of final adjustments and just fine-tuning the setup now that it's had some time to settle, and getting it ready to go up for sale on the Haley Guitars website. I should have it listed this weekend. I'm waiting until all the results are in and everything's final, said and done, and then that bad boy is going to be up for sale. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. Kind of hate to get rid of it. I'm really happy with that. I'm really, really proud of the way it came out. But that was the goal from the beginning. We're building it, and we're going to ship it wherever. Unless it sells locally, that'd be cool too. Neptune's posted a link to thegreatguitarbuildoff.com. Right on. Thanks, man. Sam Packin says, wow, the production hasn't lagged once or stalled. That's awesome. I am glad to hear that. So maybe this is the way we want to go. I may have slightly figured it out. Joshua says, are you still doing YouTube full-time? Haven't been by the channel in a long while. Yes, that, along with the guitars and everything, that is what I am doing. And so far, so good. Rogue says, found an old park bench at an uncle's house, wrought iron and wood. The iron needed some love. Replaced the lumber with blue Shoshugiban. Nice. Benches are always fun. Like, you can find these old, wrought iron things. I've got one that I did a couple years ago. That was my grandparents had it, and it just kind of sat in the weeds, and I gave that thing a restoration and some new wood, and man, it gets used all the time here still. Epperson says, we've been getting a lot of rain in West Tennessee. Yeah, like the whole east. It seems like, I don't know about like all the way down to Florida, but it seems like the majority of that whole eastern coast all the way up into Canada, you've just been getting rain after rain after rain. Rogue says, beautiful, yes. Yeah, that Shoshugiban, I don't know how you say that exactly, how you're supposed to say it. That is just a cool method of finishing where you burn the wood. Neptune says, to Sam Packin, his stream's going really well today. I am happy about that. Joshua says, I'm in British Columbia. Neptune's, there's the link to Haley Guitars. Right on. Sent back and spoke too soon. Oh no. Sorry about that. I'm guessing you had a lag or some sort of hiccup. Chaos says, of all the guitars you built and then sold, which one was the hardest to ship off because you really liked it? So far, probably was the hardest one that I really wanted to keep. Honestly, I think right now, if I don't count the one for the build-off, I would probably say, man, I don't know. I was pretty happy with that Corona Burst, the green one that I did last year. But really, overall, I think it's going to be this build-off guitar, honestly, because I don't know. I just feel I just really like it. I think this is going to be the hardest one, but it's not going to stop me. But I really would like to keep this one. The colors are some of my favorite colors, and the style, I really like the body style of this one, and overall, just the sound, everything, I really like this build-off guitar. So I think this is going to be the one that I would like to be able to keep. But that's also the reason that I made it a righty from the beginning, because I have no reason to keep it. So it makes it a little easier for me to ship off, because any of these that are going out the door, they're right-handed guitars. I can't play them, so it makes it easier for me to be able to ship it, no matter how much I like the instrument overall. If it's a righty, I have no use for it. Which sounds kind of harsh, actually. I have no use for this thing. Donna says, guitar looks kick-ass. Right on, Donna. Thank you. Like I said, I'm really happy overall with the way this thing came out. And yeah, it'll be hitting the road at some point. Sent back in to Joshua says, me too, whereabouts? Sorry, Jeff, to steal your thunder. That's okay, man. I encourage the conversation. Talk amongst yourselves. What's that from? I don't know, I may have said that wrong, but who can tell me what that's from? Leave it in the comments. Epperson says, definitely putting a hold on producing products, either rain or snow. There's no break. We're never happy, are we? Felix says, watching from Puerto Rico. Right on, Felix. Welcome. Good morning. How's everything going down in beautiful Puerto Rico? Neptune says, I really like that green one too. Rogue says, the guitar is beautiful. Right on, Rogue. Rogue, smart, make it righty. Yeah, then I can't keep them. Otherwise, I'd have so many instruments. Well, I don't really need another guitar. But speaking of guitars, I want to show you guys something. Remember that cherry guitar that I've been working on? Who wants to see it? Hit that thumbs up button if you want to see it. Because I got it right here. I want to show you guys, but only if you want to see. And this is part of the reason why I don't need to keep the build-off guitar. Chaos says, oh man, I forgot to try and talk you into a Discord channel. Oh, not so for recently. Oh yeah. Chaos is always trying to encourage me to start a Discord. And I keep saying that I need to get into it a little bit more and learn what it's about, but something out there. And Neptune says, me. Sam Peckin says, no thumbs up button. But yes, show us. What? There's no thumbs up button? What do you mean? Dastardly Dave. Sup all? What's up, Dave? All right. So, I have in front of me this cherry Haley Guitars Dorian that I've been showing here and there. So when I did the binding video on a couple weeks ago, if you haven't seen that, hit up the channel. And also, yeah, I've just kind of been showing some updates on, but I pretty much have it done. So, here it is. Let's start up here. So this is the Haley Guitars Dorian Solid Cherry. Trying Try not to bang it on stuff here. So if you haven't gotten the story of this, this smashing into stuff. The body of this guitar is made out of completely solid cherry that my grandpa had saved. He had some lumber sawn. I think this was back in the 80s. And they had a lot of stuff sawn from his woods. And this piece of cherry he put up in the attic at some point. I'm guessing back in the 80s. And it just sat there and it air dried for like 30 years in his attic. And I was able to get this piece of wood 6 years ago. I don't remember, something like that. And finally, it has become a guitar. Solid cherry. The neck is also cherry. It looks a little different because it has a different finish on there that has just an oil finish on the neck. The neck is not from the same piece of wood from my grandpa, but I did buy some cherry so that I could make the neck cherry and the whole thing could be cherry. But yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. And so far, I'm thinking this is maybe one of my favorite instruments that I have. And really like how everything came out. There's a couple things yet that I need to do. I need to get a cream switch cover for that. I want it to match the binding in the pickups. And I also need to get the strap buttons. I use strap locks on all of my guitars. But so far, I'm really liking this thing. Right on. Senpakin says, okay, I love this. Right on. Mike, thumbs up. Rogue says, the Chaos, what is Discord all about? So Chaos, if you can you give like a brief clarification on that? Epperson says, my new thing is epoxy tumblers. It's a new adventure, but one never knows unless you try. Hoping for a good return on them. Nice. I know a couple people that do that sort of thing, and it's definitely cool. Dastardly Dave, wow, nice, like the binding. Yeah, thanks, man. It's the cream plastic binding. I think it looks really cool. It really sets, I think it just sets the body off. Mike gives a thumbs up. Neptune's, wow, look at that finish. Nice. This is the same finish that I did on the build-off guitar. The Crystal-Lac Bright Tone. A whole boatload of coats, level sanded, buffed up to nice and shiny. Sent back in, bam, thumbs up, nice. Rogue says the binding with acetone. That looks great, man. Yes, this is applied with the acetone and then clear coated over after it was scraped flush. Yeah, thank you. Rogue says the wood you found at your grandpa's, right? Yep. This is he had saved it for something, and cared about it enough to at least store it up in the attic where it could dry, and never used it for anything. So I don't know if he just never got around to it, or forgot about it. I don't really know, but it will now live on as a Dorian. Harry Dude, Dorian looks great. Finish and the binding looks awesome. Thanks, man. Neptune, that thing is cherry. LOL. I see what you did there. Good one. I like it. Dastardly, definitely an heirloom. Yes. That's what I feel. And I've already told Haley, if you ever need to sell a bunch of my guitars, don't sell this one. Chaos says to Rogue, it used to be mainly for people to link up with friends to play online games and have voice communications with each other, but has evolved to a great community place to interact with others, like a forum to talk about a set interest, post photos, voice chat with other, a lot more that can be set up. Felix says, I love it, bro. Nice job. Thank you. Senpak, and can we hear it? You can. I don't have an amp out here at the moment. I had a pick. I got picks somewhere. I know I do. If I can get it without dropping them. Yeah, I don't have an amp or anything. Just it sounds really good, even just unplugged like that. It just sounds kind of warm, and I don't know how to explain it. The pickups, I'm really excited to really. I haven't even really plugged this into a large amp yet to really crank it up and see. I'm really excited about these pickups. These are bare knuckle nail bomb pickups made over in the UK. I've used these on another guitar and really liked the way it sounded. So I'm really excited to have a set of these in one of my instruments. Epperson says, well, it's not raining. I better take advantage. Yeah, I'll take it easy. And if you can't take it easy, get a bigger hammer later. Right on, brother. You have a good one down there. Wish you the best. Rogue says, cool. Thanks, Chris. Right on. Yes, thank you for explaining that. Senpak, and bet it sounds great through the amp, though. I have only played it through a small one. I got to dig out the larger amp and plug it in and crank it up. I kind of got to put it back together. I've swiped cords and cables and stuff from my other live rig and use it for other things, but we can put it back together. I definitely want to hear this thing cranked up. Chaos. So one day I'll just build Jeff a Discord server, let him try it out, and then when he falls in love with it, I can transfer ownership of the server to him. Can you do that, really? Is it like, that sounds, interesting. I guess I really don't know how it works. I'm familiar with what it is, sort of, but that's about it. Neptunes, have a good day, Epperson. Right on. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it almost sounds like you're creating something in, it's like selling a car. Or put that down and I'll just be strumming away on this thing. I'm really happy with the way that thing is. We have a visitor. We have a visitor. Come here, kiddo. What's up?
My first open house. Dressage.
Oh. And say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Haley's here to say hello. What do you have to say?
Nothing.
Nothing. Why not?
Because.
Because why?
I have nothing.
You have nothing.
Oh, hello, Neptune's Creations.
Haley has nothing. That's okay. We were talking about the other day of putting together an instrument for
Hi, Chaos.
for this one. Chaos is here, yep.
Hello.
Unpacking, nice job, really. Right on. Let's move this down a little bit. Was it funny FaceTime? Whatever happened to that? Is that still a thing? FaceTime? You guys remember that? FaceTime. Is that still an Apple thing? Cass says, I'm just going to build a server and pitch it to you. Okay.
Hello.
I'll try it. I'm not against it at all. Maybe that's what I need, a kick in the pants like that.
Hello, since cocking.
Sent back in, hi Haley. Right on. What are you doing? Rogue, oh, says, oh, hey, cutie. Got a Rogue.
Hello.
Right on. But yeah, Haley and I were actually talking about that the other day. I've got some extra sort of parts, and we were talking about building you an instrument, huh? She already knows.
Android, and so Android can FaceTime with iPhones.
Chaos says FaceTime is going to be available on Android too, so Android can FaceTime with iPhones. Interesting. So FaceTime is still a thing. I just haven't heard about it. Mike says hi, Big H. I just don't hear too much about that lately. FaceTime. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't use Apples, but except the iPad. But I don't FaceTime anybody.
And we're using the iPad right now.
Yep. And our connection's actually working good.
How dare you let it work good?
I wanted it to.
Use it to talk with the kids. What?
Sempackin says yes, it is. It's a real thing. Use it to talk with the kids. Yeah, I knew it was a thing. I just wasn't sure if it was still a thing, but apparently it is. So now we know.
Yeah, it is. I use it to talk to my band.
Not FaceTime, technically. FaceTime is Apple. It comes on like the iPhones and stuff. Actually, it might be on this thing, iPad. I don't know.
iPad.
It might be on there.
iPad FaceTime.
We usually use like Messenger video chat. Not so much actual FaceTime, but. All right. So anyway, let's see.
Nobody texting.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, it's not.
Oh.
When
What else is going on around here, guys? Yeah, so mainly I wanted to show you guys that guitar, and that's kind of been the big thing for me. Actually, it was kind of cool because I had a birthday last week, and I put it together enough to play its first chords on my birthday. So I call that kind of my birthday present to myself, sort of.
Ew. What is that?
Looks like a squished bug.
Squish.
Chaos says, yeah, it's an iPhone thing, but the new version will allow iPhone users to send a FaceTime link to anyone, and they can then FaceTime via the link. That makes it so Android will be able to join in. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Get more people involved in it. Rogue says, LOL, I still use Skype. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Skype. We used Skype for quite a while, and we haven't used Skype in a while, have we? We've used, yeah, it's mainly Messenger. We use that.
For both of us.
Mike says, you all take care. Need to get back to work. Right on, Mike. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in. We'll catch you next time. Neptune says, happy belated birthday. Mine's on the 30th. Well, happy early birthday. I think July birthdays are good.
Later might have a good one.
Right on. Sempackin, how old are you, Haley? Grade you in? Do you like school?
I like school until I'm in it.
I think she's getting anxious to go back, to see the friends and stuff.
But then once I get into class, I'm gonna be like, can I go home now? And I'm only 9 and turning 10 next year. 4th grade already.
Rogue says, Jeff, it looks amazing. Happy belated, man. No, thank you. Thank you. It was a good one. It was definitely a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cass says, by the way, the stream has still been doing great. I think this is the way to do the stream, man. Right on. This is the way I will continue to do it this way until we have some sort of issue. But yeah, it seems to be working good. The funny part is I was hesitant to start it on this wireless connection because the signal strength was down just a little bit from where from when I normally stream on the phone. But I wasn't sure if that was going to be a problem. So even though this connection is not as strong signal-wise, apparently it's a lot more stable and working much better. So that is great. I will definitely continue to use this connection in the future. I will keep the old standby hotspot here just in case. I need to switch over to it for whatever reason. But Harry Dude says, chaos? Yep, I agree. Oh, yeah, there we go. I see. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, I agree.
Yes.
Not chaos. Yep. Right on. That's awesome. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. There was another project coming up this weekend. I was going to show you guys the brackets. I did some 3D printing for a project. I think I mentioned it a week or two ago, and that video is coming out this weekend. I got it all uploaded. I just need to get it all scheduled for this weekend. We're going to 3D print some brackets to make a drawer organizer. Yes?
I can grab brackets.
I mean, you don't have to. If you want to, you can. Careful, don't trip. You know, we have a lot of room here.
Yeah.
Careful of your shoes.
And my shoes are tight.
Cass says, yeah, maybe it's a little more stable than other, even though it's slower. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Neptune says, I have to agree with the stream. It only had a small hiccup when he read Snap Packet's comment about the stream earlier. Rogue says, gotta go hit it. Always a pleasure. Take care, everyone. Right on, Rogue. Thanks for stopping in, man. Have an awesome day. Have a great week, too. And I'm glad. I'm glad that maybe this solution is a little better, at least for now. I don't know if it's a long-term solution. We'll find out. Cass says, yeah, it does seem like when you talk about the connection, it lags slightly. Well, still better, though. Rule number 1 of the connection. Do not talk about the connection. What movie is that from? I'm not a movie guy, but I know what that one's from. Leave it. Right on. So Haley went to grab the parts, the 3D printed parts that are in process right now. Neptunes, I think you were in the stream, maybe, was it last week? I can't remember. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago, where I was talking about one where I'm going to do some more 3D printing stuff. And right now, well, actually it might be done now. I've got the printer running, making a bunch of brackets and bits and pieces, and I'll show you what they are in a moment when Haley gets back. Let's see. Neptunes says, just an FYI, I've started making all my functional parts with PETG. PLA has a tendency to droop with pressure. Interesting. I'm still using PLA I haven't done any sort of like structural type stuff yet, but I do need to order, I need to order some more filament, so maybe I'll throw a roll of PETG on there just to try out. Cass says, oh man, I forgot, I wanted to see some of the 3D stuff when I was over next time. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, just the printer and all that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot too. Well, I got to make a whole bunch more parts. Okay, never mind. Mike says, photo of the bee bender on your Haley FB page. Right on. I will check it out. Yeah, I got a lot more to make. So yeah, anytime you want to check it out, Chaos, you are welcome to come by and have a look at it. Or if there's something you want to make, we can play around with it and give it a shot. I think she got lost with the brackets, but that's okay. Anyway, what I'm making are little brackets that you can slip 1/4-inch strips of wood in there. There's an angle bracket, a right angle bracket, a T bracket, and a 4-way bracket that you can take stock, rip it down, and basically build drawer organizers. And it's super easy. Whether you wanted, I'm making it for a particular kitchen drawer. You know, we all have those drawers that's just a disaster, junk piled around in there. At least, wait, I can't be the only one anyway that has that drawer. But I wanted to make a cool way to be able to 3D print some parts, do a little bit of woodworking, combine the two in basically any configuration that you wanted to make. Just with these brackets, you can just cut the pieces of wood and bam, bam, you got a drawer organizer. I wish I'd have brought it out here to show you, but anyway, it's coming out this weekend. I'm going to offer the STL files to you guys, and basically for free for the file itself. But I'm also considering putting the set of the pre-printed ones up on the website as well. I think that might be kind of cool. You could, if for someone who doesn't have a printer, still wanted to make it, you can grab the brackets and just cut your own pieces of wood, configure it however you want. Very customizable, very versatile, and really it's simple and kind of fun to put together too. It's kind of like Tinker Toys or Lincoln Logs or something. Chaos says, I need a 3D printed action figure of myself. That would be kind of fun. You're going to need a 3D model of yourself, though. I don't know how to get that. I've tried some of them scanner apps, phone, that you can get on the phone, and I haven't had good luck. So maybe investigate that and see if you can figure out how to get a 3D model of yourself. My foot's stuck in the chair. There we go. If we can figure out, Chaos, how to get a model of you, we can print it. Neptune says, PETG needs a higher extruder temp you can use a non-all-metal hot end, but I would change to all-metal hot end later. I've had my Teflon tube melt and cause a jam after a while with the higher temps. Oh, you know what? The one that we were talking about before that I wanted to try was the PLA Plus. That's kind of what I was thinking about. PLA Plus. Maybe I should try a roll of each and see what works better. I do need to make some. I need to make some more fretboard radius blocks, and those are quite a lengthy print. So I need to make sure I have enough filament on hand for some of these things. Oh, that's another thing I got in the works slightly. Bass guitars. I got a couple inquiries on some basses, and I haven't done a bass yet. So very early stages on that. Bass guitars. So that's why I was thinking of the radius blocks. I need to make some for some different radiuses, and 3D printing them is kind of the way I'm going to go with that. Let's see. Neptunes to Chaos. There are companies that do that, but they are expensive. I haven't even looked into it. I might investigate too. But Chaos, seriously, if you get a chance, if you can figure out, do some investigation on that, I'll do a little bit of looking on my end and see if I can figure out how we could do that. That'd be kind of funny. A 3D printed Chaos. Nice. I think Haley got lost, or she bailed on us. Oh, I thought you got lost. Welcome back.
I met one of the girls in my sister clubs.
So here are a couple of the brackets. So thank you, kiddo, for grabbing those. I appreciate it.
Welcome. That's all the brackets.
Yeah, that's okay. So we have a let's see here, a right angle bracket, T bracket, and this 4-way bracket. So the way it's designed, if I can see, there's kind of a weird glare right there. There's 1/4-inch slots in the side. There you go. And you just cut your stock. These ones are 1 3/4 inches, and then basically slip it in. I've modeled in some holes in the side to where you could add some screws. But for mine, I didn't have to do that because the fit was really good. And since it was in a drawer, it's kind of locked together anyway, so there's no way that it can come apart. But if you wanted to make this for like a toolbox drawer or something like that, where it may not be supported on all the sides, I'm going to leave these holes in the model. That way, sorry kiddo, that way you could still secure it with some tiny wood screws. But yeah, so far it's working really good. I put our drawer organizer together several days ago, and yeah, it's been working great. Steven's here, says, morning all. What's up, Steven? How are you doing this fine Wednesday? Chaos says, I think the hard part would be that the figure would be all one color unless you take the time to paint it to be detailed. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be all one. I don't have any sort of multicolor, um, uh, any way to do separate colors. So, and a lot of people that do figurines, do take the time to paint them and all that. Neptune says, Chaos, I saw one company that can print it in full color. Really? That's kind of cool. Steve says, Chris, do you have the files for those available? For his 3D figure, or are you talking about these, Steven? These little guys. Sorry, kiddo. This Chaos was talking about making a 3D printed version of himself. We're trying to figure out how to get a file for it, and I was just talking about these little brackets for shelf or drawer organizers. I will have the files for these available.
What are these 2 inches?
1.75 inches. 1.75 inches.
Exactly? How
Oh,
could
careful.
you?
Cass says I don't have any files. Steven says, waiting on my lead screw for the Crealities. Man, that is a drag. Did Creality take care of you on that? Did they help you out, or did you have to do something else to get that lead screw that was missing? What a drag! You order a machine and it comes missing a part. Senpakin says, how tall are they? Wondering about different drawer heights. So, that is a great question. These are made for 1.75 inch stock, but I've designed this all parametric to where if I need them for 1.5 inches, I can just hit 1.5 inches and change the size. So I'll probably do maybe a couple different heights maybe, and just package them all into one folder. I'm not sure on that yet. That's a good point. Maybe I can offer a whole bunch. These ones, though, these 1.75 inch height ones, I will definitely. I already have the files ready. I will get those loaded up on homebuiltworkshop.com on my website. These will be available for free. I got to figure out the different drawer height thing though. Steven says those the brackets. Yes, they will be available. I do have files for those. Steven says, yeah, it's coming from China, going to take 2 weeks. Well, I mean, it's a drag. You have to wait that long, but I am happy that they are taking care of you on that, getting you fixed up. It's a drag. You have to wait, but Cass says you could print your own guitar picks. It's something I hadn't thought about, but yeah, I think you could. I don't know. I'd have to try that just to see. Oh, Hair Dude says, tried that, not great. That would be my thought too. I could see it coming apart. Steven says, yes, you can print pics. Yeah, you could. I wonder. Harry Dude, I'm guessing you've tried it. I think it'd be hard to get it flexible enough. But I don't know. It'd be fun to play around with.
Ow!
What happened?
You are on my hair.
Sorry about that.
How dare you be sorry?
Sandpacket says, awesome, I'm in. Different sizes would be great. Steven says, Thingiverse has files for the pics. I might have to go in and try one.
It's your new pick holder.
Oh, that's a pick holder?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you could make that. You could make so many things with 3D printing. It's just crazy. You could make pick holders. You can make picks. You could.
Meh.
There's so many things on Thingiverse too. I've gotten lots of ideas for stuff on there. I don't know about you guys. Not a lot of the things. Some of the stuff off Thingiverse has been like spot on for what I needed, but there's been other things that I've downloaded that was good for the idea, but I needed to make some changes to the thing, so I would design my own stuff. Yeah, you can. All right, bye. Wait, did you say bye to everybody?
Bye, guys.
Whoa.
Bye.
Let me get the door. Hang on. But yes, anyway, there's tons of amazing ideas on there. But yeah, some of the stuff I take it as an idea and start from scratch, and kind of redesign my things. I didn't even look on there for stuff like this. I just started from scratch and designed everything. And as with all of any of the STLs or 3D printed things that that I kind of promote ish, I guess. I start from scratch. I don't take any of the files on there and try to resell them or reuse them as my own, because that's just not cool. So all of these are designed from scratch by me. Chaos says, have you ever thought about trying to make your own guitar pickups? Yes, that is on my list of things I want to be able to do. And making pickups is one of them. Really, I'm trying different ones right now to really understand exactly what it is that I like in a pickup, and then I can take some of those specs and be able to eventually transfer that to making my own pickups. There's some more equipment that I would need to invest in, pickup winders and stuff like that, or build my own. I've got a motor that I think would work pretty good for something like that. But yes, I do want to do that eventually, and be able to make not every part on the guitar, but I think it would be cool to be able to make your own pickups. I've used handmade pickups from several people. Again, trying to get a feel for how does this method of construction work, and how does this person builds it this way, and do I like the sound, and just trying a lot of different things, and eventually I will do that, make my own pickups. Stevenson, bye. Neptunes, I made a mount last night for my security camera to mount to my tripod. Wow, a security tripod. Steven says, I think you can make the bobbins for pickups pretty easily. You can if you 3D print them. I've seen those done. Hair Dude says, I printed triangular picks from Thingiverse. Printed okay, but I didn't like using them. Too flexible for me. Senpakin, are there different materials to print with, like for strength, harder or softer plastic for different projects? Yes, there are. I am no means the expert on all the different ones, but I know for a fact that Neptunes could chime in and give some more insight on some of that stuff, because he's used a lot of the different ones. I haven't. Harry Dude, I don't know if you've used different types of filament. The only thing that I've used is PLA, which is really just a general, at least the way I see it, is just kind of a general use. Maybe not super great at any one thing type of filament, but it works awesome for the stuff that I'm doing. These are made in PLA. Just some general plastic stuff. There are lots of other ones that are much more durable, that are maybe more weather resistant, more flexible, more rigid. There's a ton of different ones, and really you almost have to go through and do some studying on that, or use them. And at this point, I haven't. I've just used PLA. But to answer your question, yes, there are. There are a lot of different materials, tons of them, really. Aviation Connoisseur, what's up? Hey man, always love the builds. Right on. Thank you. Senpakin said, like the piece you made for me was super strong. Yes, that was also PLA. But when I printed that, so a lot of times when you're 3D printing something, you have what's called infill, which is basically, if you look at this, if I can get a good angle here. There it is. So that you can see that center post in there. There's like a square at the corner of the bracket. That is not solid material. The infill is basically the amount of material that is sandwiched between the outer and inner surface. So it's like a sandwich. It's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? So you have your outer layer of bread and your other outer layer of bread, and the infill is how much peanut butter and jelly you put on there. If you just put a little tiny bit, there's not a whole lot of material inside. you have a lower infill. A very common infill setting is 20% material inside between your rigid outer layers. The piece that I made for you, I did that thing at 100% because I wanted it to be really strong. And so that means between your outer piece of bread and your inner piece of bread, it's all peanut butter. There's no air gaps, no cross hatching. That is one solid chunk of plastic, and that's why it's so rigid. And I did that because I wanted it to be very strong and stand up to whatever gets thrown at it or stood on it or whatever. But you can change all of your settings, of how much material is between your slices of bread or your outer layers of a surface that you're printing. And this also, it cuts down on printing time, the less infill that you have, but it also reduces a lot the use of plastic. So in really, a piece like this would not benefit from having this center post being 100% solid. It just wouldn't, it just doesn't need it. This thing is so sturdy. I use these from our drawer divider. Even outside the drawer, I was impressed with how sturdy this thing was. So I forgot where I was going with this. Honestly, I got off on a tangent of peanut butter and jelly, but I could go for a sandwich right now. Anyway, so I'm packing. I hope that helps maybe somewhat understand. Neptune says, if you're going to make pickups, you may want to consider using a resin printer for the bobbins and smaller parts. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, resin, I could see that. You get better quality, better results. Aviation Connoisseur would love to see an Explorer build, dude. Well, it's not quite an Explorer, but I will be having, are you familiar with the Thunderbird base? It's not quite Explorer, but Explorer-like. I have a commission that I'm going to be doing soon, well, fairly soon, where I'm going to be building. I have a customer that would like a Thunderbird base, not, not anything else. They specifically asked for a Thunderbird base, so I have accepted the commission to do that. It's not my design or anything. I will be putting my neck and headstock on it, but the body is going to be all Thunderbird base. But it is one that I'm going to be doing. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've already got templates for it, and I sat down with the customer the other day doing I have the whole list of hardware and everything that they're requesting on this build, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be something different for me, but I'm looking forward to it. So Explorer, not quite, but Explorer-esque maybe. Chaos says that would be a cool challenge to try and make the entire guitar without using anything that is already built. Your own pickups, knobs, everything. I think the hard part for me, I just got a little lag here in the stream. The hard part for me would be like the bridge in tuners. Now I know people back in the day, and still do honestly, can make wooden tuning pegs and that sort of thing. Wooden bridge. Actually, I've done that on cigar box guitars. And people make acoustic bridges all the time. So it's nothing out of the ordinary necessarily. But that's what comes to mind as a challenge. But that would be kind of cool. I might have to try that at some point. Maybe on a cigar box guitar first. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good idea. Try to do the entire thing, not buying any parts. What about screws? Can I use screws? Neptune's breaking it down. PLA, PLA plus, PETG, nylon, ABS, PVC, some with fiberglass and carbon fiber in the plastic. There's even wood fill PLA. You can even stain it a little. Interesting. I did not know that. I have seen the wood ones though. So far, I've only used PLA, PLA plus, and PETG. Oh, Harry Dude's got an update on the printed picks. Just tried my printed pick again. Perimeters are peeling off after only. Aviation, I would love to see the Thunderbird build. Well, we're a little ways out on that yet, but you will. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm not sure yet if I want to break it down into a bunch of pieces like I did with the Great Guitar Build-Off. So I want to know from you guys, doing something like this, it is not my original design, the body of this guitar. But would you rather see it kind of condensed into all one build video? Or would you rather see me kind of break it into steps like I did for the Great Guitar Build-Off? 2, 3, 4 different videos in the series, maybe building this one instrument. What do you guys think? I want to know from you guys how you would like to see a build like that. So a series or just all condensed into one. Neptune says PETG is more UV stable. It's the same as plastic water bottles with a glycol modifier to make it flow out the nozzle better. Steven says CNC or own aluminum bridges. That would be awesome if I had a CNC. Which I don't yet. But there was a lag. I just saw it. Sandpacking the lags catch up quickly. Nice. Sandpacking says thanks, Neptune, for the breakdown. Steven says break it into steps. Aviation says I would rather see a few videos as I get something to look forward to. Cool. Okay. That's what we'll do. You heard it here first. We'll do like building the body, building the neck, and maybe a dye stain video, something like that. Yeah, it would be very similar to the build-off, which I have no problem doing. It lets me take a little more time and try to explain things. The only thing I worry about, which is overall it's going to be very, very similar to the steps that I do for any other guitar. So I think I would be okay doing this one in steps because it's a whole different build. It's a whole different instrument, but the steps are going to be very similar. So I don't want to do every single build like that, but I'm definitely okay doing this one. And that's kind of how we'll approach it. This is new for me. It's not my design, but it's a whole new base thing. So we'll do it when I get into it. We're a little ways out from starting that, but hopefully later this summer or into the fall I'll be into this before I want to have it done before winter time. Sandpacking says steps. Harry Dude says I say series. Customer would probably like a series seeing the instrument take shape. Yeah, I'm down. I will do it. Aviation, that'd be ace. I gotta run. Right on, my friend. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. I gotta get going here pretty quick too. We are over the hour. That's okay. Steven says easier to squeeze the videos in during work hours. I see what you did there. We'll do it when I get into that build. We'll go from body. So a little preview on that. It's going to be mahogany body with a flame maple top. I still got to get some materials around for that, but mahogany body, flame maple top, Thunderbird bass shape. So it'll be cool. I'm actually looking forward to it, even though it's not my design. But hey, customer wants what the customer wants. I don't always get the opportunity to do that sort of thing for a customer, but we're doing it. Neptune says, to Harry Dude, is your bed heated? Have you cleaned the surface recently? I had issues with sticking. Also, I use Vision Minor Nano Polymer. It works wonders. Not sure if you can get it there, though. I had Neptunes. Here's a funny one. Of course, my printer is the Ender 3. That's the only one I have right now. when I was printing these brackets. This is weird. I leveled the thing, as dead on as I could, and I sliced the stuff, and I just left them there, right? I just left them wherever they sliced. And the first one I did as a test stuck perfectly. I had no problems, no raft, nothing, and just using this bottom just using that bottom surface to stick to the bed. Well, that was a success. So then I ganged up, 4 or 5, of different ones, oriented all to stick, that flat piece to the bottom. Sliced it wherever they landed on the slicer. It wouldn't stick for anything. It just kept popping off. I couldn't figure it out. I re-leveled the bed, cleaned it with alcohol, kept popping off. I moved the position to like the front corner, and they stick fine. I don't know if I got a little funny low spot in that piece of the bed. I've never had an issue with things sticking, but I'm thinking maybe the bed is just a little bit low, and since this is a small surface area, it can't quite sit. If I do something bigger using the same spot, it's fine, but I don't know if it's just, have you ever experienced anything like that? I'm not worried about it because I just move everything over and it's fine, but it's kind of weird. Neptune says it's expensive, $50 for 400 mil. It goes a long way. Hairy Dude says the perimeters of the pick is peeling off because of the guitar strings grinding them away. No real problems with picking. Or printing. Gotcha. Sam Packin says, could you do a video on 3D printing showing how you do a project for us non-3D printing people? I'm thinking of maybe trying 3D printing. Neptune says it's possible. Look into mesh bed leveling. I've thought about it, but honestly, I'm trying to not get too wrapped up into that because if I just move it, everything works fine. And if I print bigger pieces, it's not an issue. So I might look it up though, just to understand it a little more. I've seen the mesh leveling profiles that people do. Sam Packin, that might be kind of a fun project. What sort, if I were to do, okay, I don't consider myself an overall expert in it, but I've made several things now and had, decent success with the parts that I'm making. What sort of things would you like to know if I did a video like that? Because, I think it could be helpful, especially if I'm not coming at it as the expert, right? Just some things that I've learned. I'm totally cool with it. I always like ideas too, especially from you guys, because it's kind of it's the stuff that you guys are wanting to see. I will put that on my list. Actually, I'll put that on the schedule. So, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I will schedule that in there, and we'll just do kind of a overview. Maybe 6 months after I've had the printer or something like that. Things I've learned along the way. That's a good one. I will put that in there for you. Something simple, process steps. Cass says you're available. Give me a call. What's all the noise? After the stream, have an idea for a collab maybe we could do. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, I could do that. I gotta take off with the kiddo, but I can give you a shout real quick. So we'll wrap this up here in just a few. Sam Packin says, not that you need another thing to do. No, man, seriously. I was just thinking the other day I was going to do a video and just shout out to you guys basically, and just see what kind of things can I make a video on that would be helpful for you guys, or that you just kind of would like to see. So I am always open to your guys' ideas for things. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but I look to you guys for ideas as well. Yes, I have a giant long list of stuff, but if you don't really care, then you're not going to watch it, right? It's not going to be a big deal. But if you guys have something that I can work in there, I'm all about it. So never hesitate to suggest something you kind of would like to see. Barbarian, good morning from New Jersey. Question, good sir. Wood putty or glue and sawdust mixed? I guess it would depend on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to fill, just some nail holes or something like that, I think a filler would be just fine. I've got several different kinds. Hairy Dude, from the land down under. I have several of these. You can tint these. You can thin these with water. Not sponsored by Timbermate. I do like this stuff, except that it smells like Band-Aids. That's the only thing I'm not a fan of. Just for a quick nail hole fill or something. If you were... Oh, hang on here. Barbarian says, for guitars, always helpful. You rule, man. Right on, thank you. For guitars... Ooh, I sniffed it. I would... Is it for... I would have no problem using this under a finish that maybe I was going to paint or was going to get a stain that would hide it, right? I don't think I would... If I was going for a bare wood surface and I was going to... I would use this for a grain filler, and I have used this for a grain filler. This mahogany color, you can water down to like almost like a watery, a really liquidy slurry, and you smear it on her. Barbarian says, under a finish, not bare wood. Yes, okay. I would have zero issues using this under a finish, and that would be probably what I would do as opposed to glue and sawdust. You can get away with glue and sawdust, but this, I would totally use some sort of a filler. A good quality filler, though. Don't, try to get the best that you can get. I would use this. I would use a filler. It works great as a grain filler, don't try to seal a crack, though. If it's a crack, you might be better off with like some CA glue or something like that. You want to make sure that crack is stable. But if you're just filling dents and smoothing things out, 100%. I would go with some of this stuff. It's not very expensive. I'm just looking at this. This says I paid $7.50 for this thing, US. But this stuff works great, except it smells like Band-Aids. But yeah, that would be the way I would go for a guitar, especially under some sort of a finish where you won't really see it at all. That stuff will work awesome. Steven says, Timber Mate is the best. Neutral tinted is awesome. What do I have? Is this neutral? This says maple. No, pine. No, never mind. Yeah, maple beech. Yeah. A Barbarian says, I'm new to this stuff. That's awesome. I mean, you got it, man. Barbarian says, oh, that's affordable. Cool. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I bought this at a local woodworking store near me. I don't know what you might find it for online. But Timber Mate is the brand. I really do like this stuff. It's water-based. Smells funky. But it works awesome. Again, you can thin it with water. If you forgot and maybe left the cap loose or something, it dries out. You just put a little water back in there. Mix it back. Oh, mix it back up. Good to go. And yeah. But there's other ones out there, but I do like this one personally. Not a sponsor, but if they wanted to be, I would totally be okay with it. Barbarian says, like $800 at Ace Hardware Store. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. I probably have an Amazon link for it on the website somewhere, but it's good. I definitely do recommend it. Timbermate. Anyway, guys, that being said, let's see. Did we miss anything? Right on. I got to wrap this up, and got to get after some things today. But that being said, thank you, guys. Ooh, I got a little lag right there, too. I don't know if that's the iPad or if that was the internet. But guys, again. Oh, sent back in here. Holy. Hang on here. Says, hey, made me think, what do you do about a poly getting a skin on it? Like on the top? I'd probably pull the skin off and shake well before using. And it probably wasn't sealed very good. I'd try to figure out, maybe the seal, the lid, tap the lid on better or something like that. I would probably pull the skin off and hopefully it was okay underneath. Now you can thin it with a little mineral spirits. You might be able to do that, but I would get that skin out of there and then go from there. Should be okay. So anyway, right on. Sentpackin says, awesome show. Barbarian, see you next time. Brian says, hey Jeff, hope all is well. What's up, man? Oh, just in time. We're just wrapping this up. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Harry Dude, bye, folks. Stay well. Catch you all next week. Sam Peckin says, okay, that's what I did. Right on. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was great. And until next time, we'll see you next week. We'll be over on Facebook next Wednesday. Be on the lookout this weekend. This video will be dropping. So if you guys are interested, I'll have files available if you guys want to print your own. So thanks a lot, guys. You guys have an amazing week. Thank you again so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's so awesome. I say it all the time. I always look forward to these lives, and I really do. So because you guys are so amazing. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe. Stay well. We'll see you next time.